Morning, guys. How's it going? So, it's been a while since I've had a sit down, I think. Just been roving around a bit, trying to, get some different kind of perspectives and everything. Um, Kind of an interesting topic is respect, and I've talked about this previously. And why I'm bringing it up again, because sometimes people bring up interesting points, and there's a few people I talk to and new people. They kind of say, well, so how does, your dom earn your respect? What do they do? And I said, well, it kind of depends, and it depends on your dominant, your relationship, and what you want, how you view respect, and what you see as respectful and not respectful, and all that kind of stuff is stuff that you need to negotiate and talk about. Now, there's a couple of schools of camps, as they are in a lot of things in kink, and one of them is, you know, they're the dominant, you must respect them no matter what, and do whatever they say, which is, okay, different from respect, because if you're doing whatever they say, it's not really respect, it's just blindly following someone. But what makes you blindly follow them? Is it respect, or just because it's the thing that you want to do? And they're different things, okay? You can do what somebody wants and not respect them. Example, a dictator or someone that you don't like, um, and they're in a position where you feel like you have to do what they say, but you don't have to respect them. Um, that's the thing I think that people get confused, is that by doing what someone says that you respect them, that's not true. That's completely separate, different things. Um, I mean, there's plenty of people that I respect that I don't like, and I don't do what they say because I respect their opinion, their point of view, all that sort of stuff. Um, but here's the other thing: is that the dominant also needs to respect you as a person as well. Um, there's also the school of thought that there's a lot of S types that go around saying that, before I do anything or submit, you must earn my respect. And I'm like, well, yes, but how do you define respect? What are you calling respect? Is it going to change because you feel like it? Um, and do you also realize that you have to earn their respect as well? Otherwise, the relationship is very shallow. Um, and okay, it's not very shallow. I guess it's more that it's only meeting a certain need that might just be the physical, act or play, and not a different kind of need. Is what I guess I'm trying to say. Is that you can play with anybody. You don't even really have to respect them, and respect is different from trust. Trust and respect, two words, two different things. Okay, and I think it's probably something that a lot of people really need to ask themselves when they get into kink is, yes, they're your dominant, but what do you respect about them? How do you respect it? How do you show respect? How do you receive respect as well? Um, Again, different from trust, okay? Sometimes you can trust people with something but not really respect them in some certain regards. Like you could not respect somebody's taste in music or fashion or interior design, but you could trust them to organize a party or a wedding, or trust them with $10,000. You know, um, like I said, you don't have to respect is one of those things where a lot of people use it as a blanket thing, but again, there's many different levels, many different areas, and it's just like trust that way. So I suppose it's not really a matter of, you can ask people how their dom earned their trust or respect. Um, but in my thinking, it's more that you respect people on a certain level, that they're people, and respecting them as a D type is different to respecting them as a person, respecting them as an authority, even though you may or may not like what they do or say. You can respect their point of view, and what they are trying to achieve. Um, it's a difficult, I guess, concepts to really get people to relate to and to think about, because a lot of people say, oh, respect, and I believe respect is this, but is it something that you really feel inside yourself is respect, or what other people telling you respect is? You know, we are brought up in societies, different cultures, where respect has a certain, I guess, benchmark, litmus test, and from that we get into our own personal feelings in regard of what certain levels of respect are. So there's plenty of people that believe that, things such as humiliation play and all that, that the person does not respect that the person that they're humiliating. So no, the person could immensely respect the person that they're humiliating or degrading. That's something I made up a word. They could respect the fact that they are so honest and they know what they want. They respect the fact that they are being allowed, or having given consent to do that type of play, and they can respect the trust that has gone into it. And it like I said, it can be pretty complicated, but it can be pretty simple. It depends on how simple or complex you want it to be. And consistency. I respect people that are consistent. I am more likely to trust people that are consistent. I can respect people's point of view, even though I don't like it. I respect appreciate the fact that some people will do things, it's not really my thing, okay? The whole your kink is not my kink. But I guess that's it. What does respect mean to you in what areas and what different levels? How I think the respect naturally comes with regards to the play and that, but I think first probably the trust aspect needs to go into it, and with increasing trust, I guess for me is the respect is there, and it kind of fills out a little bit more. Like, I can trust them to do this, and I respect that their knowledge in certain areas. And the more someone plays with you, as in a new person, the more trust you give them, the more you can respect that they're learning the way you play, the way you are. And generally, the more you know and interact with people, the more you can kind of. I'm not saying by default you would respect them automatically, but there's more avenues to find, or more ways and areas in which you can respect them in different ways. Just as the same as with trust as well. So trust and respect usually go together, but not necessarily. They're not mutually. I think they can be mutually exclusive. They're not necessarily together all the time. So, what are some ways and things in which you trust? How is that demonstrated? How do you receive it? How do you give respect to people? And is it different with different cultures, your different upbringing? And are there people or things that you can respect that you don't like? And what do you respect about it? And how do you respect that? So, anyways, I've got to go. Busy, and it's Friday. So keep calm, relax. And also, for the Queenslanders, elections, 31st of October, but you can pre-poll. I do encourage people to go and vote in Australia. It's compulsory, so you kind of have to vote if you're registered. And when I said if you're registered, there's plenty of people that aren't registered. Because some of them can't vote, because they're not permanent citizens. They're not actual citizens. They're just permanent residents and they can't vote. But yep, vote, have your say. I don't care which party you go for, but make a good conscious decision. Don't just go about the latest COVID stuff, please. Just look into people, Look into the way they've run things. How long they've been running things? Have things improved? Has it just improved lately because they've gotten injections of money for COVID, or has it been steadily declining? Um, read up on their policies. If you can, go out and talk to the candidates. Get your answers. Both sides. Be just as tough on both sides as possible. Like, seriously, the one time you can actually have a good say in the way things are run in the country or state or whatever. Make wise decisions. Okay. Anyway, it's enough for me. Bye.